And for those people that are new to this series, this is my, what I call my Beautified Stock live stream. All the parts, all the gameplay are stock. I've just added some mods to kind of dress it up a bit, I guess is really what it is. And I'm going to go into, because this is where I like to build my space stations, I'm going to go into the spaceplane hangar. That's what I'm going to go into, because I like to be able to move laterally sideways. So I don't have a contract for this, so I'm actually free to construct this thing any way I like. So I'm going to start with, let's start again. We'll start with the smaller, this guy here. Let's put on some reaction wheels. And again, although I did make a thumbnail that I'm sure people noticed, the thumbnail's just kind of the sketch of a plan. I don't have a super duper deluxe plan. And we're going to have to put on some space for our Kerbals to live on. So I was just thinking of a hab module like that. I think I'll also put on, is it in this section? No, it's in this section. The science lab. I have completely finished off the tech tree, but I do have a, what do you call it? In the administration building, whatever. I'm getting mixed. I was going to call them a strategy, but that's what the Strategium calls them. I was going to call it a program because that's what the RP1 calls them, and I've completely forgotten what the stock game calls them, but I think you know what I mean. But I do have something there that's converting science to cash, so I think it's still worth my while to generate science. So I'm going to stick up a couple of scientists. We'll see how that works, if that generates a respectable amount of cash. The other thing I want to do is I do have a contract. Right. It might not be here. No, it's in the bulk with all the rest of it. Right here. Bring a newly discovered C-class asteroid into orbit about the moon. And I've already scouted out my C-class asteroid. I set up a Kerbal alarm clock alarm. It's going to be crossing into Kerbin's SOI in about 61 days. I want to take that C-class asteroid and I want to eventually attach it to this station. It's got to go around the moon anyway, so why not just hook it to a station? Because I think it'll look cool. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm also going to get the advanced grabbing unit and stick that on to the end of this like that. That's kind of the general idea. And then at the back side, we're just going to build some sort of docking hub, like something that ships can dock to and stuff like that. And also something that perhaps for future expansion of the station itself. And the last time I did this on Kerbin Station, I built this kind of thing out of modular girders like that. Instead, I'm just to do something different. I'm going to use a structural fuselage. I'm going to grab like a couple of these, and you know what, maybe like 3 of them for now. And then I'm going to take another one, and I'm going to stick it to the side. I'm going to make sure it's like right. It is lined up there, right? Make sure the snap is on, and then take this and turn it 90 degrees. And then take the snap off and use the move tool to kind of move it. And I like to use, sorry, let's try and zoom right in here. I like to use the lines that are in the textures there to try and line this up. So it's like exactly in the middle there, just like that. And then I'm going to get another one. Again, put the snap on, stick that one on the top, make sure it's right in the middle. It is. Keeping the snap on, I'm going to take that, rotate this, like so it's vertical, and then the same idea, get it right in the middle, take the snap off so that you can really get some fine control. That's the idea like that. Oh, it's not in the middle though, is it? Maybe around there-ish is the middle? I think it's close enough. Close enough to the middle. And the reason why I'm doing this is because all of these now are active nodes. Like if I grab another part, like for instance this guy, because I'm going to use it anyway. See how all those nodes are active? So this is like one of those hub parts. And you can just round this. Now, it really is functionally the exact same thing as this part here, but I don't know, it's a little cleaner maybe, but what it certainly is, it's a little bit, it's quite a lot lighter because This part is a hefty 1.5 tons. Well, this part here is only 100 kilograms. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is do this. Actually, what I think I shall do, trying to rotate it the right way, like that. Maybe put this one on the bottom. Maybe put, because I'm thinking, again, thinking out loud, taking a senior. One thing with the senior, that's upside down. Be really careful with the seniors. It's easy to put them in upside down. And one on the bottom like that. So for future expansion, future modules that might go on here, that's where they can go. And then ships can just dock using the regular old clampetrons. Like that. On the other side, holding the Alt key, by the way, if you don't know, gets that to snap on. And then one sort of out here. Yeah, I think that's kind of all right. And then this one out here I have just in case something docks that needs more space around it. When I bring the space plane to Kerbal Station, it's pretty tight. This, by the way, is Mun Station. There we go. Okay. Call it like that. All right. And I'm sure people have noticed up pinned at the top is to please use @MikeAben to try and get my attention. And I do my best, I really do, to try and catch everything that's going on in the stream. But at times I really have difficulty concentrating on the game and concentrating on what's going on in the chat at the same time. I don't have this feed that's coming down here at the bottom right that you guys have. I have it on a separate monitor. And I will miss stuff, especially when I'm building and doing other things that really require my attention, like docking or power landing or that kind of thing. All right, I'm thinking this is kind of okay. I did make a couple of no, I think I'm good. Now, one thing, I should science this up. I really should. If I'm going to put science equipment on it, I should think about like actually putting actual like sciencey stuff on there. So like we could put on a Science Junior. We'll stick that at the end here. Put on some cargo space too in a second. What else do we have that we can put on? The accelerometer doesn't make it. You know what? No, what I'm doing doesn't make sense. Because I'll bring up a lander. That's the thing that should have all the science on it. I don't want to dock. I don't want to repeat myself too much. Magnetometer, does it tell you? It doesn't. Maybe just stick a magnetometer on there somewhere. Where can I stick you? You know what? Forget it. I'll bring it up with the lander. Forget the science for now. I'm just going to take the flag off. Because on the bottom here, I should put an antenna so that we can transmit said science home. I do have a full set of relays around the moon, but they're all using this HG55 antenna. You like to be able to transmit it as fast as you can. The signal strength would be fine. Even with a Communitron, the signal strength is fine. But the bandwidth here, 220 mits per second. There's no sense getting an antenna that's faster than that. Like, for instance, if I went with some of these relays that are like this guy that's... Oh, that one's 20 mits a second. 3 mits a second. Oh, wait, no, it's not that one. It's this one. It's the HG55 that the relays have. And it's 5.7 mits a second. So this guy is the one that matches us, the DTSM1. So I'm just going to stick that at the bottom. That's for transmitting science away. There we go. And one last thing, the science lab. Nowhere in the description of the science lab does it say that this thing uses 5 units of electricity per second. So you got to be a little bit careful, make sure you can provide that. Now, one of the things I could do is put on some solar panels. Like, for instance, what's a good choice for the science lab is if I grab these guys. These are 8.3 units of science per second. If I put on a couple of those, that will more than cover it. And they look good too. I only put on one, but and I probably wouldn't put it there. But I was on two-way symmetry. That's why that happened. Look at that. Let's go to the not mirror symmetry, radial symmetry. There we go. And those would look good. Those would work well. But of course, once they're in the dark, They don't work anymore, and then this thing would be running on batteries. It does run like all the time, 24/7. Still using 5 units of electric charge whenever your scientists are at work in here. And if you work it out, I always get caught by this because I think about, okay, let's work out how much time I'm going to be in the night, you know, in orbit about the moon. And that actually is not that long, and you don't need a lot of batteries. But what always catches me off guard is that because the moon is in an equatorial orbit about Kerbal, it gets a solar, or a, what would it be from the moon? It would be a solar eclipse. It gets into the Kerbal shadow every 6 days, and that eclipse lasts for 2,250 seconds, which is quite a long period of time. You know, if you multiply that by 5, that turns into a lot of electricity. You have to put on a lot of batteries to cover that. What I think is the easier solution, since I have them unlocked, is just to use the PB-Nuke radioisotope thermoelectric generator. Each of these is 0.8 units of electric charge per second, but they're only 80 kilograms each. So if I take my 5, divide that by 0.8, that gets me 6.25. So I got to go up from that. Clearly, I think that means going to 8-way symmetry. There we go. And that covers the electricity. Those work 24/7, day or night, doesn't matter, and they work forever. I think I also want to extend this a little bit. Maybe use a bit of a truss structure at this end. Let's see. Let's put on one of these. Maybe one of these. And then maybe one of these. And then that. I'm picturing this connected to an asteroid and still looking good, right? Like if there's an asteroid connected at this end. And then maybe, instead of doing what I did in the thumbnail, doing that. I like it. Sure. Sure, he says doubtful. I think, I don't know. You know what? Let's stick with this. I think it's pretty good. Okay. Anything else I'm kind of missing? I don't think so. I don't think so. Yes, I am using ReStock, by the way. That's changing up a lot of the textures, but I don't have ReStock Plus installed, so no new parts. Okay. I think I'm going to stick with this. So what I'm going to do, let's think about lights while I'm thinking about other things. I'm going to put 4 sets of lights here. I'm thinking about like a tower, you know, and you always put the blinky lights on the tower, blinky red lights, so the planes don't hit it. So that's what I'm thinking about here. Can toggle those gray. So yeah, I do have different coloring options and stuff like that that aren't available. So like just some like that. That's what I'm thinking about. Sure. Okay, so some blinky lights there. Let's put some spots here. I'm thinking spots to sort of light up the asteroid, right? I have no idea when that asteroid, you know, I talk about lighting up an asteroid that isn't even here yet. But, you know, you gotta think ahead. Like that. Let's turn those lights off. Let's think down this way. Yeah, some more lights down this way. Let's use the other ones on this end. Like so. And this one is for like, you know, if there are ships docked here and stuff, it'll help light up the ships. Sure. Light off those. Also, some blinky lights here at the end. Just go 2-way symmetry, a red and a green light. This one in my head should be red. Some people will disagree, and that's their prerogative, but it's my stream. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to make this one green. I got to remove the symmetry and then make it green. Okay. And perhaps just another little spot. Whoops. Right there. Light that on. Yeah, just sort of light that. Would it be better with that, or would it be better with this little dome light? Let's try the little dome light. Let's try the little dome light instead of that one. There, and Kerbals are always losing where the hatches are, so a little blue light here. Blinky on. Just to say, Kerbals, hatches, don't miss them. There we go. I think this is looking okay. Oh, you're complaining the cost of the RTGs. I never even look at the cost. What do they cost? 23 grand. Wow, yeah, look at the station. It's up to 200. That's fine. My Kerbals are worth it. It would be fine if you didn't finish, if you didn't already finish. No, if I didn't use the RTGs, I would be putting on a ton of batteries. But to survive an eclipse, let's just do the math really quick. It's 5 electric charge per second times 2,250 seconds. It is 11,250 units of electric charge. So that is, you know, these are, what are they, 4? I guess it's just 3 of these. That would be 12,000. So it's either that, or alternatively to the RTGs, you could do this. That would cover you for incurring an eclipse. But you know what? I'm going to go with the RTGs. And if you don't have the RTGs, it's got to be batteries. Okay. I'm just thinking if I'm missing anything. Again, there's no contract, so I don't think it's a big deal. I think I'm good. Let's go into the cargo. Throw in... Well, actually, let's get into... Before I get into the cargo, let's do some strutting. I want to strut up this section here. This looks like something that needs some struts. Oh, I hit the RTGs. I don't like that. Of course I hit the RTGs. Okay. Let's put them aside for now. Let's take the RTGs. You shouldn't be strutting. It doesn't matter from a game perspective if you strut to RTGs, but I don't think RTGs should be structural. If I get here-ish, like so, and then if I go find those RTGs that I just kind of hid away in here, there we go. Just brought them out a little bit. Ah, there. Now they still look okay, and they're not being kabonked by the... Yeah. Let's do some coloring, too. We'll make that kind of grayish, and this whole kind of section on this side is kind of industrial-like, so we'll do that on that side. And let's see, what... I got some color variations that I can put on from the simple Repaint mod. Here, let's make that like that, too. Which probably means I should do the same thing with these lights. I like it. Keep the lab white. And you know what? Here, what if I make this guy right in the middle here kind of that light gray color too? And this light gray. And this light gray. And that middle one. Yeah, all this sort of whole middle section here. And that guy. Sure. I don't think I can do anything with the dock. Oh, there are variants on the docking ports. Oh, just without... Oh, it looks way better with the lines on it. Okay. Fuel reserves for refueling. That's a good point. You know what? Might bring that up in a separate module. I've left room for more things to be attached. I think this is really enough for now, but I think that is a good idea to eventually get some... do I have any batteries? I do not. You're right, you do want some batteries. Let's put some batteries just along here. This is on the industrial nasty end of it. We'll put 4 of these Z400s, so that's 1,600 units of electric charge. Won't get us through any clips, but it'll be fine. But you're right, I should have some batteries. Just in case. Okay, I think. Oh, whoa. These little lights here should now be light gray. I think I'm pretty happy. I think I'm gonna stick with this. So this is, like I said, Mun Station. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm sorry, I'm just looking at one more thing here. These docking ports, I don't like this clearance. I'm picturing a ship coming in there. So what I think I shall do, this is going to make this thing pretty long. Put at least 1 structural fuselage on this. Yeah, let's tuck that in. Let's take that and do that, and then slide this towards the middle. Like so. Just to get a little more clearance on out of that. That guy clearly needs to be the same light gray as the rest of them. I think I'm good. Okay, so let's save Mun Station. This thing, how much did I end up... Oh, I got a 9.2 ton station. It's obviously fairly long and fairly dangly, but I think I need to take it over to vehicle assembly and see if we can build ourselves a what is the root part? Let's turn the root part to this, and likely it needs to go this way around. Yeah. In fact, let's change the root part, because I think that this guy's in upside down. Let's change the root part to that. Well, that's still okay. And now flip it. I think now that's... I just want to have something that when it's sitting on the pad, it's going to be right side up. So this thing is going to need to get... It's going to need to get there, isn't it? Is there textures on that? That can be dark. That can be... Yeah, okay. What about a rotating ring? I have no rotating rings. And I do not want to get into the robotic parts, so no rotating rings. Sorry, Kerbals. Whoa, what happened there? We lost ya. Okay. I did save it, right? Let's switch back. Oh, I can't switch back. Something's happened. Okay, let's get out of here. And I can't get out of here. Oh, wait, I don't want to quit the game. You're leaving the vehicle assembly building. Yes, I don't want to save, but it's not letting me leave the... Oh my god. What are you doing to me, game? If I hit save and continue, will it let me leave? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, wait. I might have something here. Okay. I was worried I was going to need to restart. Mun Station, did I save you? Please tell me I saved you. Is that what it looked like before I... It is, yeah. The last thing I did was this sort of extension. I'm looking at that. That needs to be gray. Gray you up. I was lucky. Okay. Save. Try switching again. The Kraken doesn't like me today. Okay. I'm going to change the root part to here. And... grab this and flip it. I'm really worried this is going to be upside down. Well, one thing at a time. Save it again. Retract antenna. Okay. Oh, that should be good. Can I make you gray? I cannot. Okay. Don't do this again. Don't. Oh, no. Okay, don't save it. Open up. Mun Station. Okay, maybe what I should do, so it seems to not like this thing, is save this, leave, and then I'll come back and see if that likes it better. Yeah, what Guido's saying Control Z, I was doing Control Z, and it made no difference. It was locked out. But we'll try this whole let's see if this helps. Up, 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 because I want room for the booster. It does not help. Okay. Wow. It's going to be one of those kind of days. Okay, well, let's start building some stuff and see if... So the first thing is to put some sort of little tug. I just hate that I... Up a little bit. Okay. Up a little bit more. Okay. I got to put some sort of little tug on here. I also got to get somehow some kind of fairing. Is there a... There is not a point at the top. Okay, so... got to enclose this in some way, so it. But let's do a tug first. So on the bottom here, we'll put. Let's start with a remote guidance unit, and actually, maybe if I switch that to the root part, all of this silliness might stop. And some more reaction wheels. Okay, and some fuel tanks. Now I really got to think. Maybe like you and like you. How much? Okay, this has got to get itself from... I didn't work out a budget ahead of time. What going to the moon is like 860. The orbit is like 280. Okay, here I go. I'm getting out a calculator. I should have this number in my head. Getting an orbit about the moon is like 280, so that's 1140. I'd like to get about another 1,000 on here, so it can also deal with the upper part of the insertion. So I'm looking at something in around 1,1200 meters per second. TWR in the 1 range. Oh my gosh, look at that already. I'm stunned. I'm stunned. Need a little bit of bigger engine. Maybe the Poodle would be a better choice here. Look at that. Okay. Oh, no, I said 12. No, I need a little more. A little more. What if I took the... I hate that these aren't in a really sensible order. Yeah. I like it. Okay, I'm going to save. Can I sneak you up a little bit? There you go. Okay, it's starting to be better. But, you know, to me, this is like a nice little... like a tug, just to get it out there. I'm always with the Poodle. I like this variant. There's gonna need to be some massive strutting, because this is just attached by a docking port, which is going to be bonkers. Also, I did say I was going to get into... I do have my strutting up there. I said I wanted to get into cargo, and I don't think I ever did. Into here, I want to put in a collection. Let's put in 8 struts. I never seem to have enough struts. Thinking about what Kerbals might need while they're up there. I don't think I need... You know, I was going to put a cargo container, but there's so much cargo space in the hitchhiker that I think it's fine. I also like these little ladder rung bits. So a couple of those. And you know what? For giggles, in case I want them, a handful of lights. One never knows. And I think I'm good. Let's not get carried away. Okay. So, I am happy with that. I think that's pretty good. Could use maybe a little more fuel. A little more fuel. A teeny tiny amount of fuel. Oh, it's bigger than that. Okay. Yeah. I like it. Okay, so that's got, but that is by no stretch of the imagination aerodynamic in the slightest. So if I took, I think I'm going to need the, how much can I get out of a 2.5 meter fairing base is the question. I don't like that there's a little bit, well, it might work. Unfortunately, this is pretty big here too. I made this whole section a little on the wide side. Can I enclose it all? That is the question. Can I enclose it all? Can I make this thing that big? No idea. Getting bigger. I'm actually a little bit surprised it's gotten as big as it has. Oh my gosh, I am going to be able to enclose this whole thing. That's bonkers. That's bonkers fairing. Oh my golly. Oh my golly. Oh my golly. 6 sides for you. A ton of ejection force. Make the fairing stage down there so it doesn't mess up my delta V. That is humongous. Okay. Yeah. Let's climb. Climb, 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 climb. Please don't. Good. I don't think it's doing the disappearing thing anymore. I think it's solved that problem. Okay, we need some. How tall is this? This is getting pretty tall. Some kind of booster. A 3.5 ton fairing. Is that how big it was? I could. You know, it might not be stupid. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Like, I could just enclose sort of this docking port area, stop here, and then enclose this area in a separate fairing. It might not be dumb, but we'll stick with what I got for now. If I need to modify, I need to modify. Okay, we need a decoupler. Not the stack separator. That one. And let's see if I can get away with... I'm going to have... I think going bigger is probably a good plan here. Oh boy. I always forget just how big these things can get. Where is... It's not that one. I find I can find... Wait, somebody... Yeah, I can organize these by size. I never do this. Is this... No, that's the really... But this one? That's the one I'm thinking about. And then... The... No, not the Rocco Max, because that's the smaller one. No, that's too big. Is it this one I'm thinking about? That's the jumbo. This guy? Yeah, that guy, I guess. And then what happens if I put, like, a biggish engine on the bottom of this? Like, yeah. Oh, wow, that's a mountain of thrust. That is more than I would have guessed. Okay, I just don't know if I want this thing to get as big as this, because it's already freaky tall. No, then let's, if that's how tall this is going to get with that engine, let's get back to the Jumbo 64 idea. And maybe a mainsail on the bottom of that. And then we'll put on some radial boosters. I just don't want it to get that tall. I could, but I don't want it to be that big. Yeah. Oh, how much that is 2.16. Maybe a small can, a smaller of these. Okay, this is not organized by size at all. If that's the Rocco Max, you're useless. You're useless. I'm going to organize you by this way. This one. 2.5 meter parts. There we go. Actually, I think this is making it more complicated than it needs to be too. Yeah. I think so. Maybe a little smaller there. That one. Probably another reaction wheel in the middle of all this would be a good idea too. That's kind of like for front of the middle stage, and then we'll put some radial boosters on this, and then I think we'll call it here, back to here. Pair these there, and then decouplers is what I'm looking for. Those guys. Just 2. The there is a pro body on the command, Nathan. There is a pro body on the station itself. It is tucked up here somewhere. Right there is a pro body. So there is a pro body. Watch the costs. Yeah, it's getting expensive. I'm so lackadaisical about that, and then at the same time, you know, I just actually got myself back into the black with, but yeah, it's okay. This isn't even satisfying a contract, so I'm not even getting any money for this. So I might be doing something silly, but I just don't know if I care. Okay, I'm gonna put, what's a delta V? Poop. I want a total, shoot, I'm losing track of where I'm at. 1140. I want a total around 4,700 meters per second, so I'm not doing bad, honestly. I might put some skippers on the bottom of this, and then we're going to do some asparagus staging with this, because that's going to be plenty of thrust. 40. Yeah, we're going to do. We said asparagus. Where's those fuel lines? Like this, across like that, like that. Yeah, that's the idea. Okay. Wow, that's I'm kind of like there, aren't I? I don't even think these need to be as big as they are. Kerbal engineer better not be lying to me. Just feels like I'm. No, okay, I don't think these need to be as big as this. So we're going to scale this business down here. To the 1.875 meter size tanks. No, don't be like that. There we go. See if that maybe kind of works a little bit better. What would be a good engine? Bobcats? Yeah, they got a nice range of thrust there. Skiffs are nice too. I'm looking at the Delta V's too. 1.6, 2 tons. Let's try it with just the skiff. Oh no, those aren't. Those are bigger than they're making me think. The Wolfhound's a vacuum engine. Sure is. Yes. So maybe these guys. And again, all engines on at the same time on the bottom. That'll do it. And I'm only needing. I feel like this is not right. What's wrong here? Because I should have 3 stages. Oh no, I don't have the fuel lines yet. Silly. Like that. Okay. That is mountains. I'm gonna just start cleaning this up. I'm kind of happy with how this is working out. So I'm just going to now. What can I do? What can I do? This is another fuel tank adapter, and then a little cute. Where's go to here? Aerodynamics. A regular boring nose cone on the top like that. Do I have much in the way? I don't have much in the way of unfortunately, of texture options with those bobcats. So I'll just kind of tweak that down a little bit like that. And some struts, clearly. Some major strutting. Like that. I'm gonna try not having any struts at the top because it seems like the decouplers are more up there, but I am gonna get some separatrons. Separatrons under motors. There they are. Try and get these to peel away a little bit. Maybe about there. Another pair on this side. Always tilt them a little bit. I think it helps get them to peel away a little cleaner. These go on here. Like so. A hint of... I always say this now. A hint of aerodynamic stability with some tail fins. Oh, these are organized by size. That's why I don't know. That's why I don't know where anything is. Just like that. Don't like the way these fuel lines are in a funny spot. Oh, don't be like that. Come on. There we go. Let's stick with... What if I just make these like white tanks on this? Oh, orange tanks on the side. How's that look? Orange, 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 orange top. That looks okay. That looks okay. I might just take these guys for purely aesthetic reasons and flip them around the other way, which of course completely messed up my... Why did I do that? I don't know, because I'm stupid. I think there's some extra, yeah. Do. And then it's time to look at the chat and get all the things that are wrong. People are going to go, oh, that's not going to work. What are you doing? You're forgetting this. Do this. Are there any reaction wheels on the station itself? The answer is yes, there definitely are. Alright, let's save this before I try and move it. I'm reasonably happy. Let's get into some action groups. On action group 5, we're going to deploy this fairing. That's going to be a sight. I'll leave all this middle stuff alone. Oh, on action group 0, we'll simply deploy the antenna, which is hiding in here somewhere. There it is. Toggle the antenna. Yeah, this is likely going to require some auto strutting. Why don't I get that out of the way like right now? I'm really looking around in here, so I'm just going to auto strut. I find if I auto strut to the grandparent part, I don't know what it is. It could be just my imagination. I find it works a little bit better in the sense that they're not all just auto strutted to the same part all the time. They're each auto strutted to, you know, the one after their parent part, their grandparent part. So, is there an auto strut? Am I blind? Maybe not. Maybe I am. Well, that's just the engine shroud. We'll see. Maybe it's not going to be too wobbly. But it doesn't hurt to be prepared. I'm always a little bit cautious with my auto strutting. Especially with stations. It can do some funny stuff. Alright, let's give this a try. Let's see. Use the Soyuz type station. That's not a bad idea. I just realized I'm not going to change it now, but yeah, I always forget to use those. I think people know the one we're talking about. Oh, there's a dark gray. I'm going to hide these in here. Okay, that's enough of that. Save. Launch. Okay, no Kerbals are aboard, right? No. Good boys and girls. Okay, launch. See what happens.